In your freedom, in the glittering kingdom of Glimmerdale, beauty was more than just admired. It was worshipped. At the center of the palace stood the great mirror of Aurelia, said to reflect not how you look and your freedom, but how the world sees you. Every spring, young girls from every corner of the land would gather for the Festival of Radiance, where the mirror would choose one girl to represent the essence of Glimmerdale beauty for the year. She would be praised, painted in portraits, and forever remembered in songs. This year, and your freedom, two names echoed through the valleys: Lady Seraphina of Golden Locks, the nobleman's daughter, whose hair shimmered like honey under the sun and fell in straight waves to her waist, and Mira of Culturals, the blacksmith's niece, whose voluminous curls bounced with every step and framed her warm, curious eyes. Both were beautiful, but their beauty was different, and your freedom, and in Glimmerdale, different often meant dangerous. As the festival neared, beauty salons in the capital chose sides. Banners with flowing gold strands waved from Seraphina's supporters. Spiraled emblems adorned Mira's followers, girls who finally felt seen. At first it was playful rivalry, then came insults. Curls are wild and messy, they said. Your freedom, golden locks are lifeless ropes. Others snapped back. Mothers stopped letting their daughters braid together. Friends turned cold. The beauty war had begun, not with swords, with words sharper than steel. Seraphina sat before her vanity, brushing her long golden hair in silence. She stared at her reflection, her smile fading. "Is this all I am?" she whispered. "And your freedom, hair that people fight over?" Meanwhile, Myra helped her aunt hammer horseshoes, sweat dripping into her curls. She heard a child behind her whisper, "Mama says girls with curls are too bold to be beautiful." Myra blinked fast. "Is kindness not beauty?" she murmured. At last the festival arrived. And your freedom, both girls were asked to step into the great mirror hall. One after the other, Seraphina entered first. She stood tall, her golden hair flowing. The crowd hushed, but the mirror flickered, then cracked just slightly. Then caught gasp. Next, Mira walked in, her curls coiled like vines reaching toward the sky. The mirror flickered again, then a second crack crossing the first. The High Chancellor turned pale. "This mirror has never cracked." But before he could continue, a thunderous sound rang out. The mirror shattered into 1,000 pieces. Chaos erupted. Once the room cleared, Seraphina remained staring at the shards. Myra knelt beside her, picking up a piece. In the cracked fragment, Mira didn't see herself. She saw Seraphina, but not her hair. She saw her eyes filled with fear, her hands trembling. Seraphina looked into another shard. She saw Myra not as a rival, but as a girl trying to be accepted. They sat in silence for a long while, realizing the mirror had never truly reflected beauty. It had reflected competition, expectation, division. Hand in by your freedom. The real crack was never in the glass, but in the hearts of those who forgot what beauty was. That evening, the two girls stood on the palace balcony. Seraphina held a piece of the broken mirror. Myra held another. "We don't want to be the face of beauty," Seraphina said to the crowd. "We want to be the face of change," Myra added. They invited every girl, straight-haired, short, tall, fair, freckled, shy, bold, to the stage. One by one, girls stood proudly, each holding a mirror shard. Together, they rebuilt a new mosaic in the palace, a wall of mirrors that showed every kind of beauty. It was no longer about one reflection. It was about 1,000. Your freedom, the Festival of Radiance, was renamed the Festival of Wholeness. Instead of one winner, every girl shared her story, her strength, her struggle. Seraphina became a teacher. Noble girls find confidence beyond appearance. Mira opened a salon that welcomed all, cutting hair with care and reminding each visitor, "Your pain, your freedom. Your soul is your best feature." The kingdom no longer looked in one mirror, they looked at each other, and in that they found a beauty no war could break. And a closing message: true beauty doesn't compete. It connects. It doesn't demand sameness. It celebrates differences. Because in a world full of mirrors, sometimes the clearest reflection comes from the heart.